TJ, is that you? Oh,
Says it's now live portion.
I know. I'm trying to check because I don't get a notification. Okay, I'm going on mute.
Morning, everybody. This is Rolling Out AM. I'm your host, Munson Steve, for Rolling Out AM. We have a great team getting ready to join this morning. Hope that your day is doing well. Hope that you are enjoying every moment of this day. We are here with our Rolling Out AM show. It's an exciting group. Hello, Cassie Sparks. How are you this morning?
Good morning. How are you?
I am phenomenal. We are having a great time here at Rolling Out AM, the wake up call. Got a great group. I got my whole team joining you today. We've got Romeo International coming on real soon and lifestyle editor Amir Shah. How do you feel? Safe?
I do. Feeling good this morning. I'm drinking some tea. So it's good morning.
That's an exciting thing here on Rolling Out AM. For all of you who are out there watching, we hope that you're staying safe, staying helpful and healthy, helpful to all those by staying safe. And of course, for those of you who haven't had an opportunity to see anything on the movie or TV or meet some of these exciting guests that we'll be bringing to you on Rolling Out AM every morning, it's going to come your way. So, Cassidy, what have you learned from this whole exciting Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce song? It seems like everybody's still excited about it.
Definitely. I'm a huge Beyonce fan. So I love her creative energy. I think she is a creative genius, and obviously one of the best entertainers that we've ever seen. So I'm super proud of her for collaborating with Megan Thee Stallion, who is a very hot artist right now, rapper. They're both from Houston. So I think it's super cool to see Black women collaborate and uplift each other. So I am a fan.
So what does the song mean? I mean, what is the whole essence? Because it just seems like there's such a huge buzz. It seems like it's freeing for women. But tell me just your insight as a fan. What does the song mean to you?
I definitely think it's just one of those women's empowerment kind of anthems. And I think it's whatever you want it to be. Like when you turn it up, you turn it on, it can be kind of your wake up anthem. It can be your turn up anthem with your friends. So I think it's just one of those things that gets you excited, gets you hyped, gets you thinking about sisterhood and, just those moments when you're around good energy, your friends, and having a good time.
I was waiting really for you to kind of sing a little bit. Like it was that moment that you were supposed to hit it. It was that moment.
I don't know all the words.
I think we should welcome our guest, or you can welcome our guest this morning. Come on, guest.
Who's on? Who's on? Okay, there's Amir.
Amir Shah has joined. Hey, Amir, how are you this morning? Let everybody know. Amir at the Rolling Out AM.
Yes, sir. Great morning at the top of the morning. How's it going?
Well, I think we're in that whole safe zone. We were trying to figure out. I was trying to get Cassidy to make a sense of all those things. They were telling you to change your name, Amir, on the bottom of your screen so that you can actually let the people know who you are. But what are you saying, man? What are you saying about staying safe? It appears that people still don't believe.
Oh man, the numbers are still climbing. As of yesterday, I think we're over 1 million. I want to make sure I get the numbers later, but I think we've pretty much, the numbers have gone past what anybody expected when it comes to COVID-19. This weekend, of course, today, actually, you can go to the malls in GA. Lenox Mall is open. I think Cumberland and a few other malls across the state. So we want to make sure that people stay safe. If you have to go out, definitely wear a mask, but know that this is still a real epidemic, is still a real problem. And, if you can, stay at home.
I think you're making a point of seeing Tigner. I don't know why he just photobombed us for being on. What's up, TJ, one of our producers on the back, as we all have fun showcasing our new live here at Rolling Out. But I think staying safe is it seems and appears to be like people take these stimulus checks and are ready to just give all their money away.
Yeah, man, definitely. I think you said you hit it right there, you hit the nail. It's the thing is, people got the $1,200. A lot of people don't know what to do with the money. If you're in a mentality where you get money and you don't think you're buying the sneakers or getting your hair cut and your hair done, you don't think about investing, you don't think about opening up a mutual fund or just thinking about starting that business with $1,200. You can get an LLC, you can start your own business, for like what, $50. So you get you a mailbox, a PO box.
Man, you sound like those hypesters. I think everybody needs to really work on just having a reserve. This is not the moment to decide to jump out and spend a whole lot of money. It really is a time to conserve. I'm not sure anybody should be thinking how to just speculate on something. But let's welcome our dear brother. What's happening, Romeo International?
Good morning, Rolling Out AM, man. It's Friday, man. Happy Friday to everybody. Munson, Cass, and Mir, man. How's y'all Friday morning?
I'm having a great Friday. Cass in the city is keeping me up. I was really working to get her to sing this morning. I didn't understand. I was like, hey, Cass, give us a couple of bars. People say they fans.
Yeah.
They try a Prince, they'll at least go for it. But I couldn't get 2 bars.
I'm not Beyonce, so I'm not even going to try.
I know these individuals. They're in the shower. They're in the car, riding in. They're at home, making breakfast for the babies. And they're singing some song, whether it's Shaka, whether it's Beyonce, and Whitney is famous. Everybody trying to be a Whitney. That is crazy. Yeah. But they try. So you got to give us a little something at some point during the day. I mean, how can you say you're a fan and you don't have a quick?
I don't know all the words to the remix yet. All I know is I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. That's all I know. I don't know all the words.
A little bit more bounce and melodic. I think you might have give them that attitude of a savage.
Oh my goodness.
Go,
why
Cassie.
y'all trying to put me on the
Cassidy.
stage? No.
I bet you know the dance move.
I don't. And they've created a whole new dance for the remix.
Okay.
I haven't even had time to download
Come
TikTok,
on,
y'all.
Let's hear her sing. Cass, hit it.
Oh my goodness, y'all! Seriously, I'm not a singer. I have a
okay, but
voice.
give me 8 bars. I just want to hear.
I don't know 8 bars. All I know is that I haven't quite got all the words to the remix.
So we can look forward that Monday. I mean, we can literally Romeo run the lyrics down the screen so that we can actually have it. And
karaoke? We're doing karaoke on Monday?
Come on, yes, that's it. We're gonna have you doing it. It takes you to do it. I mean, come on. It's Rolling Out AM in the morning. Everybody's singing something, to lift their spirits up.
You know what? Hey, Munson, I'll make a challenge. If you do it Monday, I'll do Chris Brown.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It's up.
I don't have the words, y'all. So. I don't have the words yet. When I get the words down, I got y'all.
I'm challenging you for Monday. I'll do Chris Brown if you do Beyonce.
Okay, got it.
Heard it.
So is that a deal? Do we have a deal? Did I hear a deal?
We do. Monday, we'll see you right here.
All right, cool. All right. And then we'll judge. And by Friday, we'll have a few dance steps. Everybody can practice their dance steps. This is Rolling Out AM. So we want everybody to enjoy it. And at some point, we want all our people that are listeners just to give us an idea of what's your favorite morning song? What are you waking up doing? And of course, your favorite dance step. You know, if you send it to promotions at Rolling Out, we'll actually play videos of you in your morning. And at some point, we'll figure out some kind of Rolling Out AM singing karaoke song. But we want to know what wakes you up in the morning. It's really important that we all have a song in our heart and have fun. So for you, Cassidy, do you imagine anything new happening, a new video of the two of them at some point? What would that look like? And what would they dress up as?
Definitely. I definitely just see it being something based around like Houston culture and just that whole vibe. So I'm excited to see what they'll come
Hanging
up
out, all the homies coming through.
They might be riding horses or
Slim
something.
Thug,
It might
big
just be a
up.
block party.
Block party,
Yeah.
Millionaire, big up, hanging out at Frenchie's, all the kids from TSU, all being saved, all masked up, talking about we savage safely, we love the community, so we're being saved, hanging out at TSU with the right rides, the right cars. Of course, you know, Paul Wall, the whole group are successful, and prayers up for Scarface. They could just be doing it, the whole Houston community. Get your swerve on. I got it. I'm with it.
Hey, Cassidy, I got a question, Cass and Amir.
Yes.
Put a little candy paint.
This new smash up. Is this like the first big power women in music smash up in a minute? Because it's been a minute since there's been a big power smash up, right? Like years.
Yeah, I definitely think this is like an anthem. Like this is gonna be like, if we have a summer, this is gonna be the song of the summer. I think they're gonna take over. And it's crazy that you say that, because I think on the same day Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat released a song, but it got overshadowed. It's like Beyonce and Meg just pretty much just took over the whole thing, man. Yeah, you're right, man. I think this Beyonce and Meg is really gonna like be the song of the summer. I think last year she had Hot Girl Summer, and this year it's just Savage Summer.
Yeah, I've heard people like this a lot better than Hot Girl Summer.
So, I don't know if we think about how the girls like it, but clearly you like it, Cassidy. I mean, at the end of the day, but if you like it, you should be able to sing it. Of course, you know, all the women want to always sing a Beyonce, Put a Ring on It. I mean, it always gets played. Every brother has heard that song. Every brother knows what that means when they play that song. You know, it's time to propose. It's time to make me the one. It's all those things. Or all the other Beyonce songs, you know, Say My Name, Say My Name.
Say My Name.
Say My Name, you know.
She creates all the anthems.
Secrets, right? Put it in a text. Put it in a text, you know. Put me on your screensaver right now. Put me on your screensaver, you know. I'm sure that'll be one of the next songs, you know.
I'm crying.
If they're saying put a ring on it now, what does women saying I'm a savage mean? What are y'all?
We already talked about that. I think it's just like an anthem. I think it's whatever you want it to be. I was saying, I think it's just like a feel good when you're getting ready, when you're about to turn up, like just the anthem for whatever you want it to be. I don't think it's like just.
Yeah, probably most of them are really thinking about how they're slaying life. I mean, I think that this is, I got the attitude, I'm coming. You know, it's like, not only am I there, I'm gonna go with what it takes to get it done. Like, you know, I'm putting my whole warrior outfit on. This is war. I'm taking my business seriously. You know, don't play, don't stereotype me. You know, I'm that woman. I'm not my mother. Yes, that's why I'm gonna be savage for my kids. I'm gonna be there. And not only that, I'm channeling culture. So culturally, you know, I'm gonna beat the drums for my team. Everybody's gonna beat the drums. We're really gonna be culturally insightful about how we go. But know that I will take you out. This is about taking you out. I'm about my business, you know. I'm coming with it and, you know, giving you a good feel for it. So everybody get their savage on. So it's not just them. They're sharing with the culture. Come forward, TSU. All right. Well, Rolling Out AM in the morning. We've got a great Ben Patterson is about to join. Hey, Ben, what's going on?
Good morning. What's up?
Good morning.
Morning, man.
Come on,
How y'all doing?
come on, man. We having a ball here at Rolling Out AM. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Love that shirt, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Send me
very
one
much.
of those shirts.
You know what? I can direct you
Send
to
me
the
one
right
of
place.
those shirts, man.
Yeah,
XL, Munson Steve, Rolling Out AM. Send
done.
me one of those shirts, man.
How are y'all doing?
Good,
We're
man.
excellent. Looks like
Good,
you
how
got
are
the
you?
great place to hang out, though.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is my my creation. This is my lab right here. This is it.
Okay. What do you call your lab?
You know what? It's called
Time to
Garage.
name the lab. Cassidy, a name for the lab.
Yes. Cassidy?
Cassidy, name for the
Oh
lab.
my goodness, Munson, you keep putting me on.
I
the
like Patterson
side.
Station, you know.
I like
I'm
that.
telling
Patterson
you, it looks like
Studio.
Patterson Station at some outlet, you know, some huge space place beyond some planet like Venus or Mars, hanging out, Patterson Station, and you know, coming on with a little bit of Prince feel, you know, boom, boom, boom.
Look at that. Look how quick. Look how quick that happened. Bam! Right there.
I'm telling you, I was feeling it at Patterson Station. He came on, gave us a whole feel that he was there in the moon, taking this whole piano right behind you and giving that synthesizer feel, baby, baby.
Got it right there. Got the bass right there. Got the guitar next to
Doom,
it.
doom, doom.
Everything.
Little Bootsy Collins on the way.
Little I'd rather be with you. Little rubber
I'd rather
band.
be with you. Yeah.
So where's everybody based out of?
ATL.
Yeah, based out of ATL.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this. This
Well,
reminds me of those
I
early
am
morning.
literally only based here for the virus reasons. I'm
Okay.
actually got stuck here. I definitely wasn't getting on a plane. I'm generally based in Chicago.
Okay.
Hanging out with my wife there, Christina. Big ups. Love you, babe. I
Okay,
am here in Atlanta till we figure out what's really going on. But
Okay.
other than that, Rolling Out AM is based everywhere on the internet. But our headquarters, obviously, when you come see us, Ben, we should have a showcase and
Oh,
big facility here, studio, the whole works. But obviously, we are all sequestered. We
Yeah.
got a phenomenal mayor. She is definitely leading. You guys are done very well there in your governor's killing the game right now.
Yeah.
Really making sure that everybody stays on the front of this health trend.
Yep.
But tell us about you, Ben. We really are here because, you know, it's about you this morning. We know you're going to bring us something. Lift the people up right quick, if you would, brother. Give them an idea of who you are with an interpretation of all the things that you do great. Because, you know, you on point, man. We know
Oh,
you're
man.
there. So
I
it's
appreciate
Friday.
it. I appreciate it. Yes, and it's Friday. Well, yeah, a little bit about me. I am from Oakland. That's where I'm wearing the shirt. I just happened to pick it up because it's like, I gotta get up at 4:45 to be ready for 5:15.
Thank you, man.
Oh, absolutely. It's like
Yes.
being at the Georgian Terrace with a 5:15 call to get over to Shoe Greenleaf. So I was like, this is good. Born and raised in Oakland, self-taught musician. I started actually in 7th grade. Before playing any music, I started with DJing. So I had my 1200s by the time I got to high school, but before that it was just, you know, a little realistic mixer and a realistic turntable from Radio Shack. Yeah, then after that, I went to San Diego State. I started DJing there, started playing drums. I started teaching myself piano, guitar, and then bass in that order, probably somewhere around 99. And then got into started modeling and acting and all that shortly thereafter in LA, probably around 2000, 2001. One of my first jobs was the Soul Train Music Awards. You can look it up. You can't see me, but I'm on stage with Beyonce when they do Survivor. That was one of my very first jobs. So it was like I did that. And then I kind of made my way into television, doing CSI Miami, a couple of shows like Shark, You're the Worst, and then I booked Noah's Ark. That became like the show that I was known for. So I actually went to Atlanta I want to say this was like 2007. It was during a Georgia Tech game. And half the people at the hotel that were going to varsity knew me from Noah's Ark. The other half were there for the game. And that was kind of like my introduction to being recognized over, over the United States. Because then after that, I went to DC and Chicago and then up to the Bay Area. And then after that, I ended up booking, after that, it was Grey's Anatomy. During that time, I started buying musical equipment. I bought myself a keyboard, a mixer, a couple other things, studio mic, and started just recording my own compositions and really fell in love with that. Also, at the same time, I started getting into photography. So I started photographing models and actors, doing headshots and doing some fashion stuff. So as I was progressing along as an actor, I was progressing as a musician and a photographer.
Tell me about this idea, because I hear what you're saying, but you've got an entrepreneurial spirit, and obviously creativity is a part of the voice that you're given. So for those who are in this sequestered and being safe, how can they learn one of those skills that you shared? How can they actually give it some insight on how you can teach yourself an instrument like a piano?
Absolutely. In the days before YouTube, you take a song, listen to it, listen to it, listen to it. Just keep listening to it. The way I've found that my most, the things that I learned the fastest, I just have listened to so many times that after a while, I know where the sound is. I've heard it so many times. It's kind of like reading a script. I've heard it so many times. I've read it so many times that I know where I want to find it. So then now I would say in this time where you have things like YouTube, you have apps, you have things that you can do on an iPad. It's just repetition at that point. You really want to do something, photography.
Can you play behind you right there?
Can I, like you mean like this? Nah.
Nah, there you. Oh, you can do that, huh? You and Alicia, huh? I hear you. You and Alicia playing two pianos at the same time.
I can do that. Let me just turn this. I have my second system on over here, so I'm going to turn this on so that I can play.
I'd rather be with you.
Yeah. And one of the things I've learned,
we can collaborate over here. Come on, Cass. We've been trying to get Cassie to sing this Beyonce song all morning. I don't know what it is. We've been really trying to get her to go for this song. And I don't know what Romeo is going to definitely be there. So maybe we bring Ben back so he can do it and have a whole music battle with all those self-taught artists around the country.
There we go. Can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Let's go. So I came up with that just trying to figure out another song. So that's my composition, which has this progression, right? But it's also the same notes as.
So here's my question I've always wondered, Ben, because I rarely play the piano anymore, but the only song I really enjoyed and surprised people with is Happy Birthday. So that was the one song that I wanted to make sure I could always play to impress people. Wow. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. And I know it's somebody's birthday. So do you have a little happy birthday, or do you have a song for those who are celebrating this day, first day of May? A celebration song that we can share with them for their birthday that's an original from Patterson Station. Everybody, we're in Patterson Station. This is a song tribute just to those who are celebrating birthdays on May 1st. A Patterson original.
A Patterson original for the birthday song. Okay. Yes. How about this? What can I play for you? I know that's one. That's a good one. That's turn down just.
Do we have words for that, Ben?
I actually just wrote this 2 weeks ago.
Did we
So-
add words to that?
It does not have words.
Do it again. Do it again.
Here we go. So it's
Happy birthday to you, my love. Happy birthday to all above. I'm sitting here missing you, knowing that it's true, and I'm gonna always love you. So happy birthday to you, my heart. I knew it was from the very start. So walk with me and talk with me, in spite the fact that we can't be. Happy
Yeah.
birthday to you.
I could do a little bit of this, a little bit of, and I know you know this one, so I can do a little bit of.
I don't think Cass is joining us, Ben. I love it.
Oh,
I don't think Cass,
please.
I don't think Cass is joining us, but
I
I
am
think
feeling
everybody
the
should be singing.
vibes.
I'm just sitting here loving what you're doing, man.
Thank you.
Tell us about your whole creative process. Like, I really like that songs are coming to you, but some people don't have an idea of what it is to create and how music comes to you. How does a song come to you?
A song comes to me in a couple different ways. Sometimes, especially if it's guitar, I can be watching something on TV and just doing a guitar exercise where I'm just doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or something like that, and something will just catch my ear, and it'll sound kind of like, okay, that's kind of funky. I like it. I like the way that kind of comes together. The other way is I'll be playing piano, trying to figure out something else, and then something will come to me, and I'll hear a certain chord that just has a real, just like a real colorful sound to it. And the other way, sometimes I just hum it. I literally will just like, something will come to me, and I'm like, it's almost like if a rapper is like freestyling, he just writes something that's like, oh, that's hot. I'm gonna keep going on that train, and like, just literally something will come to me, and I'll just.
Yeah, every time I see the bass, I start thinking about Strawberry Letter. Just all of a sudden it goes bam.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and you hear all the brothers, and you think for me, the bass has such style and love and soul that it allows the community. DJs enjoy it, huh, Romeo?
Yes. First of all, I'm a Georgia Tech grad, so
Okay.
good shout out on that one. But two, I am a DJ, and
Okay.
I think a lot of people don't know. You said you started off as a DJ.
Yeah.
If you really pay attention, we learn timing.
Yeah.
Better than anybody.
Absolutely.
Because we have to hear the highs, we have to hear the lows,
Yep.
and beats and the transitions.
Yeah.
When you went from DJing to actually playing the instrument, was it an easy transition?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the first instrument I started playing was drums. And 3 years prior to high school, on my birthday, when I got my first mixer, the first 2 songs, and this is before it was called mashing up, I was just like mixing, was Rebel Without a Pause, Public Enemy, and Sweet Tea, It's Like That, Y'all, instrumental. And so it was just like, I just knew that, like, boom, boom, get, boom, get. I was like, okay, that sounds just like that. So I took the instrumental one and then didn't know they were both Funky Drummer samples, but just listening to it over and over again, you do develop a sense of timing that before there were beat counters and before there was, the BPM was listed on a song, you would just have to hear it.
Right. I think one of the funny thing is about DJs is that when we hear the timing of the beat, like, other songs become so
Absolutely.
Other songs become so, that's the same beat, or the same. It's either the same bass line or the same treble, but it's the same beat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So have you started writing scripts? Have you thought, as an actor, now that you're there and you've got the music, can you hear a whole movie in your mind yet, or a whole situation?
Interestingly enough, I used to always say no to that, and like I'm like, no, I don't do that, I don't do it. But then as of recently, obviously, we're in a situation where you have the time to think about something. I've done a few things where I've just kind of said, like, what would that story be like? And then I'm just kind of like letting it play out mentally. And so I've actually thought of a few concepts, 3 actually, over the past 6 weeks. And a friend of mine came to me, this is almost related. A friend of mine came to me, played a song for me. He's like, hey, if you can remix this, I'm going to put it out. And he put his version out and I remixed it. But then obviously I was like, well, let me just shoot with my camera. Let me just shoot what I feel like is kind of a lyric video, just against a white wall. And next thing you know, I'm kind of directing him and I'm like, no, I need you. I could see it happening like this, and
right.
30 minutes later, we come up with some really good footage. I'm actually going to edit this today and tomorrow, and then he's going to put it out. So once it's up, I'm going to have his whatever it is on his YouTube channel. I'll just put it up on my.
Who is the he?
A friend of mine whose name is Shaka Smith. He goes by the name of Shaka Strong on social media.
Right.
He's one of the people who works at AfterBuzz TV and does all the interviewing for people on television shows. So
he ought to come on Rolling Out AM since he's part of Patterson Station. So
yeah, definitely. I'll hit him
great.
up.
I think really we should concept out this Patterson Station, that this
I like it.
phenomenal, dope brother that they finally send to space, and he's up there to kind of search the world for terrestrial music because he's some dope scientist that comes up with something, and all of a sudden he's just there by himself, and the only thing he can put out now is music, and look at all the images that he shot while he was on Earth, and he's there making music, working. So kind of that spin on that movie where the guy had to grow something, the brother here has to grow creativity, and the creativity is actually pulling him back to home, and he has to think about it, and he gets lost in it.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Hey Ben, I wanna step in, man, because Oakland has a rich history when it comes to music. You guys have Raphael Sadiq, Sheila E., Fantastic Negrio. If you could collab with anybody from Oakland who's like deep into instrumentation, who would it be? I know.
Too Short.
Too Short. You got E40.
You know what's funny? I got a funny Sheila E. story and a funny Too Short story, and I'll keep them short. I was in 4th grade, so Purple Rain had already come out, and we were at the Ice Creamery in Oakland, right by Lake Merritt, and Sheila E.'s dad owned a nightclub across the street. And no sooner does she come in with one of her brothers, because they were rehearsing across the street. And so I'm like, I think I was maybe 9 or so, and my mom was like, go over there and get her autograph. And I was like, no. But I did. I went over and I had my little cousin with me. And I was like, are you Sheila E.? And she was like, yeah. And so she signed this autograph. And I remember she wrote it backwards. Years later, I see her at the Conga Room. My brother worked in radio. And he was like, hey, come through. The Escobedos are here. La, 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 la. Meet her after the show. And I remind her of that story. And she looks at me and she's like, I remember going through a period where Prince and I used to write everything backwards. That's really cool. Do you still have it? And I was like, no, because I was, a little kid. And then Short, I'd actually bought a tape, like everybody else buys tapes from Too Short. I bought Freaky Tales at Eastmont Mall. And I was just like, I finally got it. I can't play it around my parents, but I got me a Freaky Tales tape. And I ended up seeing him at Bayfair Mall, which like area people are like, go to San Leandro, that's the nicer one. I saw him and I was like, I just got Freaky Tales. And he was like, oh, that's cool. That's what's up. And I was just like, he talked to me. He speaks. Years later, I'm at Burbank Airport, and the guy's in front of me getting his pass at the little the kiosk, and he just walks off. And I got my luggage with me because I think I'm actually going up north. And I go in there and I put in all my information and it spits out the passes. And I look and there's like 3 or 4 boarding passes in there. And I look and it says Todd Shaw. And I was like, hell no. And I look and sure enough, Too Short is like 100 yards in front of me and he left his boarding passes. So I run down, just like, and I get up to him and he's talking. We go through security. He's way in front of me. He's talking to DJ D-Rec from Wildin' Out, who's also from the Bay Area. And I'm like, excuse me. And I'm like, oh, Derek, what's up? And he's like, oh, hey, what's going on? Da, da, da. And I look and I was like, hey, you left these in the thing. And they were his drink coupons. So he had the other things. And I was like, why didn't I just keep one and just be like, I got Too Shorts, you know? But he's like, oh, okay, thanks. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm like, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm from Oakland. Da, da, da. I used to see you at Quickways. You see you at Eastmont. Da, da, da. Cool, really cool mellow dude. Like he's just, you know.
Todd is cool.
Todd is really cool. So who would I collaborate with? Definitely Sheila, definitely Too Short. Those two.
Too Short and Sheila E, man. We need to make that happen. You know, like,
that's
legendary, man.
Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of people. I just saw Souls of Mischief last year when they did their 25-year, and Tajay and I went to school together. So I knew those guys like from 9th grade on. Wow. And yeah, I was like, y'all still kill it. And he's got another project called Rap Noir where he just wears a mask. And then they all got like side projects, kind of like Wu-Tang. And then they all still have their Souls of Mischief, Hieroglyphics, Imperium thing going. So.
Yeah, and for people who don't know, Souls of Mischief, they had the hot single 93 Till, which was like, they put Oakland on the map, for real.
Yeah, that it's funny when it comes on. I mean, I have it I did a hip hop mix yesterday on my Instagram, and I'm gonna actually send it out today because it's on my SoundCloud. But I listen to Tajay's voice when he does that intro, and this takes me like that senior year. Like I could just like his voice. All the guys used to come up to O'Dowd, or they would all go to St. Mary's or Skyline, and they would I can hear all of that time period just from that intro.
Not to go backwards, but you said that Sheila E. and Prince used to write backwards.
Yeah, she said they used to sign everything backwards. Like and I remember she wrote it. I don't know, you know, how she was able to do it, but it was literally, it said, you know, something Ben, da da da, you know, love Sheila, but it was all backwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the whole idea of being an actor, musician, creative is phenomenal from a city like Oakland. But for all those young aspiring actors, what would the one thing that you would share with them about getting in the business and understanding exactly what it takes to be on camera?
I would say to anybody out there who's getting into it, wants to get into it, do it, believe in yourself, and stay true to yourself. I've seen many people succeed beyond what I ever thought that they could do. And the one common denominator is they believed in themselves so much that the people that they end up surrounded by are people that believe in them, and the projects that they're working on are strong projects. Another Oakland native is Russell Hornsby, who's in Native Son. He's in The Hate U Give, a ton of stuff, Lincoln Heights. We went to high school at the same time and knew each other from 9th grade on. And he's always been somebody that I've been like, dude, he's been a beast since 9th grade. You know, we had a few friends together, but it wasn't until I ran into him after he did Playmakers on ESPN, like in early 2000s, where I was like, damn, like Russell's really out here working. Like he's really that dude on the billboard. He's that dude on the TV show and that dude in movies. So I would say anybody out there, it's, you know, you can do it. If there's nothing else that you can rely on, it's like you are the only you that will ever be. So why not, you know?
We have a Facebook question in. Justin Combs, Justin T. Combs. He wants to know if you had a choice, who would be your leading lady in your own personal love story?
In my own personal love story, who would be my leading lady?
Yeah, if you had a choice.
Let me think. Let's see. I'm drawn on, what is her name?
Megan
Zoe?
Zoe Kravitz.
No. Zaldana?
Saldana.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
Zaldana.
Zoe Saldana.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Great choice.
Great
Great
choice.
choice.
Yeah. She's phenomenal. She's very multifaceted. Yeah.
Which means she's able to.
She's able to be super happy, super sad, super serious with maintaining an authenticity in every emotion. Yeah, she's a very multidimensional. Another one is Rosario Dawson.
Yes, I
Yeah.
like her.
Now all of a sudden he's got these new epiphanies. I'm with you on Patterson Station. So, Cash, you had a fashion question for him?
We had a question about your shirt,
Mhm.
and where you got it from. Obviously, you're
Okay.
repping your city of Oakland. But
Absolutely.
if you remember,
Yeah, oh,
please
absolutely,
share.
I do. So as you see, City of Dope, and then it's called Dope Era. So Mr.
Era,
Fab, aka Fabby Davis, big shout out to Fabby Davis, a very, 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 very entrepreneurial, powerful, positive. Just he's a great person. I've actually met him a couple times, and every time he sees me, he's very cool. He opened up a shop called Dope Era. It was in North Oakland, and they moved it to downtown Oakland on Broadway. Every time I go up, I always make sure I go in and say like, "Hey, I'm gonna support. What do you have that's new?" Anytime I can do an appearance or whatever, I make sure I wear, either this or my Peachy Folder shirt, which is my favorite one because everybody over the age of 37 now, I think, it's like, "Oh yeah, Peachy. I used to have a Peachy Folder." So yeah, I got this from the Dope Era shop. You can get them online. You can go to the Instagram. You can DM I think it's Dope Era Clothing, or him himself. And
So you got to bring him on to Rolling Out AM
yeah.
so we can actually have him share insights and bring, because we definitely, our wake up call is all about doing business with each other.
Oh yeah,
We
and
really
he's
want it.
phenomenal. Like he's done. I want to say it was like a TED talk. He did something where he was just explaining. I forget what the acronym for Dope Era stands for. All of it at this point, but just an amazing success story. Like it's not just like I wanted to rap and then I started making clothes. It was like he decided he was going to do a bunch of these things, and he did them all. So that's
So
what
we end our day with a positive thought for the day. We always want to motivate people to kind of wake up and have something positive. Obviously, we've been funny. At least I've been a little bit funny, attempting. But we really believe in this Patterson Station. Can you give us a 1 minute positive thought for Rolling Out AM?
Yes, absolutely. For all those out there who find themselves in a very unique situation, look at the whole situation as your best you would look at the situation, regardless of what it is. If it's a financial crisis, if it's a situation where you are wanting to create something, if it's a situation where you're now put on the spot to perform, know that in you is a great person, and in you is an experience that is so specific to what it is you're dealing with that you will succeed because you have gone through something in your past. You can be 10 years old getting ready to do a spelling test. You can be 70 years old thinking that you're going to start a new career. Believing in yourself is at the base, at its fundamental element, is the one thing you need to succeed. It's the one person you need to know in town. It's the one reason to get up in the morning. It's the one thing that you can have that nobody else has in the room. Believe in yourself.
Super.
Benjamin Patterson.
Thank you so much for Rolling Out AM.
Absolutely.
Take us out with that beautiful musical arrangement. We appreciate it. We love it. We love it. We love it. I'm looking forward to my shirt.
Oh yeah,
I'll send you my address because I'm not dealing with humans right now. I do not leave my house, but I do go and open the boxes and put them aside for a couple days, and then I want to rock my Dope Era idea and shirt. So big ups. Thanks for rolling out AM. And we
Absolutely.
love you. We appreciate it. And stay in touch because we want to be a part of your creative process at
Absolutely.
Patterson Station.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Y'all have an excellent
you.
rest of your day.
Thank you.
All
You too.
right. Let's
All right.
go. Talk about it, Cass.
Alrighty, y'all. So it is Friday. It is May 1st. So super excited. We're entering into a new month. Hopefully this one will bring, more blessings and things to be excited about. So I'm going to switch things up a little today. Not really going to talk about celebrity news or anything. I'm going to talk about, while we're in the house during this pandemic, some great shows and movies that you can check out on Netflix. It's one of my favorite streaming services. They have some great original content and also some very cool shows and things like that. So if you're looking to, cuddle up on the couch this weekend and just binge watch or start a new show, here we go. All American is one of my favorites. It is a kind of teenage drama series. It's actually based on a true story. It's about a football player, Spencer James, who's from Crenshaw, but goes to Beverly Hills to play football, and he has to kind of balance this life between his, neighborhood at home and this new life of like rich kids in Beverly Hills. So I really enjoyed that show. It has Taye Diggs on it, and there's 2 seasons of that. So check that out. It's on Netflix. It's on the CW, but both seasons are on Netflix right now. Next we have Spike Lee, obviously. School Days is on Netflix. It's a classic from 1988. It is, obviously about HBCU culture and the experience that Spike Lee wants to portray. So definitely check that out. Obviously, we all know about it and how amazing it is, but it's on Netflix currently streaming. If you want to kind of take it back and be nostalgic. Next, obviously, we've been talking about her all day long. Beyonce, obviously one of my favorites. She has her homecoming, iconic 2018 Coachella performance that is on Netflix. It's a great show to watch. It's very telling about HBCU culture, sorority and fraternities. So I love Beyonce, obviously, and I think she's a great performer. And this is just a great thing to watch if you need some entertainment, you want to get up and dance and have a good time. Another one that we have, you guys might not have heard of, is called Uncorked, but I really enjoyed this. It's a Netflix film original, and it's about a young brother from Memphis, Tennessee, who doesn't want to take over his family barbecue business, but wants to become a sommelier, which is a wine expert. And it's kind of his story to success and trying to achieve his goals. So I really enjoyed that. You guys should definitely check it out. It's a different kind of story that we're not used to seeing. And finally, we have one more, and I'll just run over it really quickly. It's an action mystery series called Queen Sono that is on Netflix now. It's 1 season, and it's about a South African woman who's a spy, and she's kind of entangled in this web of politics and business. So definitely, guys, go check that out if you're looking for new things or you want to be nostalgic and check out some things this weekend.
Thanks, Cass. Rolling
No
out
problem.
AM. I love all of those things, but I definitely have added a few books, so I will not necessarily be binging, but the insight
Okay.
on where to go is great. For those of us next week, we'll highlight a few of those other aspects and other streaming services. There's probably some eclectic, independent African-American films that we'll be highlighting as well, and bring a couple of those filmmakers on Friday, Cass. So let's reach
Definitely.
out. Definitely. But great picks. Great picks. I'm very interested as South African feels very cultural.
Yeah, definitely. We want to give you a wide variety of things to choose from.
Super, super, super. Romeo, what you got?
Tell you what I got, man. So, and just to let y'all know, I am still binge. Well, I know you said you're not binge watching, Munson, but I'm still catching old classic films. Last night, Amir, I watched for the first time. I did not know. There was a movie where LL Cool J was the drug lord.
Oh, I think it was Out of Touch or Out of. Out of Sync, I think.
Him and Omar Epps.
Yeah, that was yeah.
That is a classic. That is exceptional. So just to let you guys know, I'm matter of fact, I'm gonna have to send you a list, Munson. I'm gonna have to send you a list of some great Black classic films in hip hop that you probably already seen.
I don't know if I can actually watch a movie at this moment. I got 2 books. Amir Shah, being an author, would understand. We're finishing our first Little Professor Sky, obviously my new coloring book for women and community. Meditation is about to come out, and we've got Pencils and Purpose. So I got enough, and obviously the next, the whole idea of creativity. So I don't want to binge watch too much. I will take all recommendations, so do not confuse that with I am not interested in recommendations. I am highly interested, because you forget some of the best. There's also some stuff on YouTube for me. I saw there was a conversation with Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin. So it's a 2-hour conversation that I enjoy. It was Poetry Month. So I spent a lot of time looking for all those who, shout out to our folks in Detroit, shout out to those who are actually suffering from Rolling Out AM. We understand that many people are really sequestered at home, and many families have had loss. So we don't want people to forget. So I've really been meditating. Robert Hayden was a Black poet out of Detroit. He was the first Black Nobel laureate. And what I've done is been working to memorize one of his poems. So in this moment, Romeo, I'm working to put on some armor from some of the spiritual guides that have been around before us, to just meditate with them in these moments that I'm home, and can actually take the time to listen to a Robert Hayden, or to take the time to read a James Baldwin, and really get closer to the culture. But I want to know, let's check out some of these questions on Facebook and see what people are saying, and kind of talk to them, because you are
the very first Facebook
on the
question.
show.
The very first Facebook question actually is directed to you. Someone watching wants to know, what would be a good first read?
A great first read right now, I think any classic from James Baldwin. I think any play. Obviously, we on Rolling Out AM saw an Augustus Wilson, 2 Trains Running. That would be a great thing to read. YouTube has a couple of questions. You can check on that for me, Romeo. But I just think it would be a great first read today. Any J. California Cooper, for those people on the West Coast. Just think of anything that spoke to your spirit from a classic standpoint, from someone in the Harlem Renaissance era. Also, there's just some new great reads right now. Cleo Wade has her new book out. It just came out. And for anybody that doesn't know, Trap History is available. So if you haven't, A.R. Shaw has a new book out called Trap History, and he's happy.
Well, it's not out yet, but you can get the pre-order.
You can pre-order it. So if you're looking for a gift or how to support, I think all of those things are there. But definitely a first read for me would be a classic, somebody that you couldn't meet. The other thing is, I would really encourage the community to download an app from your library, and it's free. So you could actually read more books instead of just having to purchase. Make sure that you think about what apps work for you, and get your library app. I mean, I would encourage everybody to listen to their library app, because it's available, it's free, it's economical, and it'll move you forward without it. So I actually use Overdrive as one of my library apps, and I encourage all of our community to take advantage, because it is free.
It's funny that you say that. You and I both are iPhone guys, and if you're iPhone,
we're all iPhone guys.
I think we're iPhone people, maybe. I don't know that we want to highlight guys, because we want to be just as sensitive to our moms, aunts, sisters, cousins, two leaders. Libby is another, Libby is another free reading app where you just put in your library card, and actually get it going. Couple more questions if you have them, Romeo.
Yes. And the last point I was making with that, what you said about the apps is your phone comes with a book app. So I don't think people really utilize, that what you were saying. Second question is Rolling Out AM. Will Rolling Out AM be available soon on iTunes? That's a boss question.
I would imagine definitely the podcast aspects of the show, once we get our rhythm down, that we would definitely podcast and be available for those who want to listen. We're excited to know that the community is growing, and us. This is just more of the pivot that we have as a brand, so that when people say it, they just say Rolling Out. They don't have to say Rolling Out Magazine. They can just say Rolling Out, because we have all our platforms, all our distribution houses working. So we're really excited. And we do have a couple of podcasts. My wife actually has a podcast that is available on Apple. So, and you can shout that out later in the show, Romeo, so that Christina knows that we can encourage. But there are lots of podcasts that we have, and that's something we'll share so that people can know different podcasts, Cassidy. That's part of our wake-up call. We want to wake up all that creativity that is available to you to increase your knowledge, your IQ, and your love for your community. So,
and like
and Munson, you also have a podcast as well, Time Served, that you're going to be doing. If you could talk about that, as far as like how prison, how the family, how all people around people who in prison get affected by incarceration.
Time Served, we're working on it. You talk about my secret project, but
Sorry.
it is the fact that any collision with crime affects everybody, and nobody is omitted during or after. So thanks, Romeo, for letting Amir share my whole insight. No, it's really insight, because many think that you go through it and it's only the prisoner or the even those who are wrongly accused. The whole family feels a pain and begins to serve time. And it's not even just incarceration, it's the accusation, it's the time of impact. And it really explores trauma, how our whole community is traumatized by the effects of crime, and by the effects of loss, and by the effects of all those things that really melt our hearts and melt our souls, and kind of scar us and make us doubt ourselves, and make us afraid of each other, and make us want more punishment, even though it's the hurt and the pain that are asking us to have attitudes. And it's tough. So that's what Time Served is going to be about, and we really are looking forward to that. Obviously, I've got Peace and Purpose, which is the first podcast coming out in the next month, so that it will collide with our Peace and Purpose meditation coloring books, a place where you can listen to little stories, nighttime stories that are going to be beautiful. How about your report, Amir?
Yes, sir. Let's get into it. So this is A.I. Shaw's Beat, and I want to start off with I'm going to pose this question about Bill Cosby, because we know Bill Cosby currently in prison in Pennsylvania. COVID-19 is spreading, and people want to know specifically Boosie. Boosie went on Vlad TV a couple of days ago. He says free Bill Cosby. And he kind of went at it. He said Bill Cosby is 80-something years old, but they let a rat such as Tekashi 6ix9ine out of jail. So Boosie was saying, if they let Tekashi out because of COVID-19, why isn't Bill Cosby out? Bill Cosby lawyers, they attempted to have him released early, but because he's convicted of aggravated indecent assault, he's viewed as what they call a violent inmate. And so all violent inmates aren't allowed to get early release during COVID-19. So I want to pose this question to the panel. Like, what do you guys think about, I guess, Bill Cosby in early release? We know he's in his 80s. We definitely want to respect the victims, but what do you think? What do you guys think of as far as an early release for Bill Cosby now that COVID-19 is spreading throughout the penal systems?
I like the idea of seniors in general. Last time we had our, on Wednesday, Lorraine Funderburg and Angela talked about the fact that seniors are much less likely to actually commit crimes. So they definitely should be released early.
It's you know what? It's a because I'm gonna say something wrong. I'm rolling out AM, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna say something wrong, so I'm gonna be quiet on this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cassidy, do you have anything? Like, what are your
obviously.
thoughts on? I mean, as a woman, like, what are your thoughts on? I guess Bill
Yeah.
Cosby and early release.
Well, obviously, I stand with women. Obviously, I'm an advocate for women speaking up and, voicing their truth. So I definitely stand with the victims, and I can understand why they wouldn't want the predator to be released from jail. Like Munson said, we have talked with a lot of people who are discussing the imprisoned population, how they're being affected by COVID-19. So I can understand, because he's in that very vulnerable bracket with his age, why he would also want to get out. At this point, I feel like with him being, a senior, I don't feel like if he's on house arrest, I think, and I don't really know how he would be combined, but like he said, I don't really see him affecting the population again. By being
I mean, things that you're talking about, like house arrest. I mean, literally house arrest. I think the reality is being creative. If you wanted to be punitive, the cost of 100 inmates actually in that prison, they could tax him and just say, hey, you're on house arrest and it costs $2 million for the victims of women in whatever state that is, and make it available. So it's both punitive to him, but it could have a good social good. So I understand what you're saying, Cassie, and understanding to shape some kind of program